hula hooping came naturally to her, and I think it shows her personality so well. How do I feel about the Guinness Book of Records and Chi Chi being a world-class record holder? Well, I'm pretty damn chuffed about it. Upside down on a trapeze, the fastest rotations, the most amount of rotations. I mean, that's pretty damn cool, isn't it? I reckon I've got every reason to be proud. I didn't have a tattoo until I was in my middle 40s, and it's all because of Chi Chi. And I suppose there was a part of me that wanted to be like Chi Chi. The earliest important memory I have of Chi Chi was 3 hours after she was born. There was a group of midwives all standing there talking about this beautiful baby that had just been born. And I remember walking past them thinking, I've got a special daughter. At that time, her mother and I were both performers. We were both clowns, and she would always come with us. There's an expression in the circus world to have some sawdust in your veins. Chi Chi was born with sawdust in her veins. Before she could crawl, more or less, certainly before she could walk, she knew what an audience was, and she knew the sound of applause. The big thing that happened when she was about 5 or 6 was when her mother and I separated. I went to France, and I became a director of a French national circus school. When I came back to England, we said, well, why don't we buy a circus tent? And so that's exactly what we did. We always knew that we wanted to work together. We were sharing the experience of being a double act, of working in front of an audience.
Welcome one, welcome all to Fred's Flying Circus.
And if it goes badly for any reason, you can feel very distressed by it. The special thing of our relationship is how close we are, because of the unusual lives that we've lived together. It also gives me a great deal of confidence as a performer when I'm with her, because both of us rely so much and we trust each other so much. When I think of my daughter, I think of this beautiful young woman who's my daughter, who's also a wonderful performer. And performing to me is everything, it's my life. Now I feel that, in a sense, the bird has flown, that she now no longer really needs me, and that she's better than me. I seek advice from her now. She is now an independent, wonderful artist in her own right without me. And that's kind of how it should be.
I think because I started performing so young, it was just something I was going to end up doing. I always say the same thing: if I was to rebel, it would be to go and work in a bank. So maybe in some senses I didn't have a choice, but it was a choice that I was happy with. He's not a person that will say, I love you, or you're brilliant like this all the time. But when he does say something, it's really, really heartfelt. Our bond was really close because I didn't see him all the time, and when I did, we'd do really fun things together.
Somebody said to me the other day, you know, you can't be sure of anything in life. And I looked at him and I said, well, you can be, actually. There are a few things you can be damn sure of, and there's 2 things in the world I'm sure of. I love my daughter, and my daughter loves me.